I'm Lucy Hockings at the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration and extermination camp, where we have just witnessed the most poignant and sombre ceremony. Holocaust survivors, some of them very frail, they're very old now, have been joined by European leaders and royalty to mark the 80th anniversary of the camp's liberation. That was Tova Friedman. I have interviewed Tova, and her courage, her resilience, her spirit is absolutely remarkable. You can see her there, it absolutely shines through. And it was a privilege to interview her. But one of the things that was so important was to hear her testimony today. That's what they wanted the ceremony to be about today, to be about the survivors and also about the victims. And joining us throughout the day and watching the ceremony as well was my colleague Tim Franks from the BBC World Service, also a former Europe and Middle East correspondent. Tim, testimonies like Tova's that we just heard, they feel important because when you think about the numbers here, it's so vast, it's almost hard to comprehend. 6 million people killed, 1.1 million people killed just here at Auschwitz-Birkenau. But then you hear Tova's story and it sort of personalises those numbers. It was an extraordinary ceremony. It was sombre. From Tova there were moments of joy where she talked about her family and her grandchildren. She actually has a TikTok account that she runs with her grandson, teaching people about the Holocaust. Lots of talk today also about education, but very much a day to remember the many millions who were killed. And as Tim was saying, the refrain that we have heard time and time again, never, never again. That's all from us here at Auschwitz for the moment. Return you now to Martine in London.
Lucy, thank you very much. Lucy Hockings at Auschwitz. Technology shares on Wall Street have fallen sharply in response to the emergence of a low-cost chatbot built by a Chinese artificial intelligence firm. The chatbot, launched by the Chinese firm DeepSeek, which itself has said that within the last hour or so it's been hit by a large-scale malicious cyber attack, has become the most downloaded free app in the United States since it was launched earlier this month. Let's speak to our North America business correspondent, Michelle Fleury. So the new kid on the block has stolen a march on its rivals, Michelle. For the moment, Michelle, thank you very much, Michelle Fleury in New York. The Israeli government has confirmed that 8 of the 26 hostages yet to be released by Hamas in the first phase of the Gaza ceasefire deal are dead. 7 female hostages have already been freed alive. The Israeli statement came as about 100,000 Palestinians began the journey back to northern Gaza, where many of their homes lie in ruins. In addition to a road along the coast, which was reopened earlier, the Israeli military is now allowing vehicles to travel north along a central highway. About 500,000 Gazans are expected to follow in the coming days after Hamas agreed to release 3 more Israeli hostages. A further 3 are due to be freed on Saturday. 7 members of one of Scotland's biggest child sex abuse rings have been given lifelong sentences, which means they may never be released. 3 victims under the age of 13 were subjected to horrific sexual abuse and violence in a Glasgow drug den over a 7-year period. Police said the children had suffered unimaginable abuse, with the offences including rape, attempted murder and assault. Our Scotland correspondent Katrina Renton has been following the case and sent this update from Glasgow High Court.
To pay their respects.
Josh Parry reporting there from Denbighshire. That's all from me, but do stay with us here on BBC News in the hours ahead. Bye-bye.
Hello. Monday has brought another day of stormy weather across parts